So the first concept that we'd like to discuss is Musharakah. So Musharakah refers to an equity-based transaction where two or more parties pool their capital together and the profits are shared based on an agreement, but loss is based on capital contribution ratio. So remember that the loss is based on capital contribution ratio, and you cannot fix the profit as a fixed number. Yes, you can fix the profit as a fixed percentage, and all mechanisms should be introduced before the initiation of the partnership. What we've seen before in the past is that unfortunately two brothers get together or several brothers get together, they form a partnership, but there's no documentation. And then they come to us as scholars to dispute the issues, and we find that there's no documentation. So in other words, it then becomes an issue of he said, and she said. So remember that in today's times, it's extremely important for one to document one's agreements in a Sharia compliant manner, seek advice from the scholars. This here is an example or a snapshot of how a musharakah is. So you have the partner A that contributes to a venture, partner B that also contributes to a venture. The profit is shared according to an agreed ratio, and the loss is based only on the capital ratio. So let's say if partner B contributes 50%, partner A contributes 50%. So the loss will be shared based on their contribution ratio only. How Musharakah is applied in the modern sense. So Musharakah is applied in the modern sense by having a diminishing Musharakah facility where the home finance is done on a diminishing Musharakah where the bank partners with the client, and then the client slowly buys out the bank shares. So this is also an example of a modern concept of diminishing Musharakah. So you can see here that the client and bank purchases the asset together, right? And the bank essentially sells its shareholding to the client over a fixed term. Right? So this is an example of a diminishing Musharakah. Some of the most pertinent matters with regards to Musharakah is in terms of the dispute resolution. What we found is instead of spending a lot of money, time and resources in going to the courts, that there should be a mid-up clause. So in other words, that if there's any issues, then it should be mediated by an appointed mediator or an arbitrator. So in that instance, both the parties save a lot of money, but they can also resolve the issues and move forward.
Islamic finance learning made simple and memorable.